Alright, here's the aftermath of the 1987 Toyota Carolla Standard from Essex County. First heat, we were in heat 1. Went out there, car was running a bit off. It wasn't getting the gas it wanted, plus I was trying to get used to the clutch and I stalled it I think 3 times on my own and then twice because of the gas. But made it down to 3 cars and then I got hung up because I have the suspension high in the front and in the back, and when I got pushed forward, the guy's bumper, the car in front of me, was lower than mine, and mine went right over top of it. So that happened, and then so we put the car aside. I knew it still ran and drove, and it was perfectly fine. I just pulled it out more and worked on the rear end because it went down in the first heat. Pulled it back up, jacked it up, and then put a new tire on this side because it was flat. So right before the Consi, I actually painted junk on the door before the Consi to make fun of the car, sorta. And I brought her out there and won the Consi. It was a really long Consi, at least 20 minutes or so. I don't have any footage of it until I get the DVD. I have no footage of this derby till I get the DVD. The GoPro wasn't working, had some issues. So that happened. Won the Consi, and I actually handed my phone to a good friend of ours, Todd, and you may know him. He's one of the Team Lick Me guys. We mention him a lot. And I handed my camera to him and asked him to record the Consi, and I forgot that I have a password on my phone. So guess what didn't get recorded? Sorry about that, guys. This car, I kept the front end clean the whole time. I probably used it only in heat 1, and I used the corners of it. I got a dent in the center of it and it bent into a V, but it didn't touch the radiator yet. The radiator is actually still perfectly fine. Fans are fine. Everything's perfectly fine on it. I've been tearing it apart, trying to figure out why it's not wanting to fire over. It will turn over, it wants to fire up, it's just not doing it. So I took all the spark plugs off yesterday and cleaned up the spark plugs, hoping that will do something later on today. But this car took a lot of abuse, and like I said, I used the corners most of the time, so the front of the fenders are basically gone. I kept the front end clean, used the back end the whole time. In the Consi, I ended up I had a guy who wanted to team with me, but I was a little mad at him, so I told him to keep coming in and hit me in the door. He did a good job at putting in, actually just about perfect. The back door collapsed, but not much. Actually, both back doors collapsed. Passenger side was a bit less, but this back end was actually more in the car. It was about to hear the car. When we pulled it off the trailer, we hooked the truck to it and it pulled it out more. What we did was we just took all the extra stuff. We're actually trying to get it running so we can do a backyard derby with this one and a couple Fords. But here's one of the frame rails. This is the passenger side frame rail. Here's the driver's side frame rail. All the way up here, it's actually now over the sheet metal for the trunk. Speaker deck, I'm going to hammer it down on top of it and pull it back. I was going to hook come along through here, up and around, and through the trunk. Because if you guys haven't seen any of this car, actually, but you can see it in the background when I was showing the white Toyota. But this car had no trunk. I have pictures and stuff of it laying around, but this car had no trunk when it went to Derby. The spare tire compartment was missing, and the side rails were a bit rusty. That's why all the sheet metal is separated from the frame. Every little bit of it, all the way to the wheels, is separated from the frame. We split the body right down here, both sides. You can see it really good here. That's where the rust was. I had a small hole here, and it ripped all the way down, separated everything. So I'm sure she's on the ground. This is all separated all the way up, frame rail now. So that's what I'm saying. It's really just a backyard derby car. Went to the feature. The car was beaten bad in the Consi. It was hot and the battery wasn't charged enough. So the car turned off and tried firing it up. The battery died and the car was hot. So what can you do? These front tires though, they did everything I wanted to and then some. And they're both still good. I'm going to take them off and get them doubled. I think I bent the rim on one of the sides. One of these tires. I think driver's side's the one that got bent, but both the tires are good. I'm glad about that. Yeah, see there's that small dent right there. That was in the feature. Didn't stop it. But yeah, if you guys are wondering what happened, I thought I got hit in the door, but apparently not. I don't know if he caught it with the corner of his bumper, like passenger side corner, and just put the door in like that, and then the pillar went with it. Because my driver's door barely got the dent on it. It's right there. But other than that, driver's door is still perfect. Got some side swipes on it. That's about it. I don't think it was a door hit. I just think the pillar moved. But that's about it. This car is pretty much done. We only popped one tire. John's car was CV axle, transmission. That all went on it. This donut actually, I think it's flat now because we were putting it on trailer and something happened. I don't know. I wasn't there. It wasn't flat till it got home. Maybe it has slowly. This door's pretty. It's a weird little collapse on it, but it actually stayed strong. But the floor of this one's separated too. This whole roof started to round back, started to roll right here with this pillar. And that pillar, it started to curl in and start rounding off. But she's done. That's not the worst $400 we spent, but hey, we'll have to see. But catch y'all after. Bye.